have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Fred Farrington,
an inmate at a federal prison. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now.
Yeah. Go hard, baby.
Low in the world ain't too many like us. From Central Prison to Rikers, USB pilot, 25 to like us. It seems we've been marked with death through this world of pain. My thug blood runs deep, overdosed in my veins. And even though my life has changed from the fast lane, I reminisce on those I miss, it's too many to name.
My first time doing time, my first federal sentence, really actually, that was kind of like, that was a lot of adjustment to do. I mean, being way out there in the Midwest and dealing with multiple personalities from different geographical locations, it took a lot of adjustment to do. But my first instinct in the survival mode, I'm like, I'm way out here. Okay, the first individual that get out of line wrong, I'ma smash him. So my whole mentality was like, you know, I was on some Nat Turner, like running through the slave master's plantation, ready to just slaughter anybody. You know, because I thought at that point in time to get my point across, that got to take place in order to establish some type of respect. I had a few altercations coming through the county. I was in Greensboro. By that's going to be a lot of conflict, Durham, Greensboro, you know, being within the area, Triad, Triangle, you know, Triangle, Durham gonna make the most noise, Bull City stand up. It's gonna be, you know, G-Borough gonna, you know, make a little noise, so it's gonna bump heads a little bit. So, you know, I had a little altercation over telephone, noise being in the room. I asked people, you know, to mind them on the phone. Fuck that shit, and, you know, response like that. But, you know, lucky I had a few Durham dudes in there. I shot the one with the dude, you know, fractured his jaw, and was put in a hole before I even went through trial. I'm still going through, you know, just the first and second appearance of a federal sentence, and I just got extradited from Maryland and really don't even know what's going on, but it might have been the anger and, you know, surrounding that. But a lot of times you don't just react on violence, you know. It's just a different way you can address things, and sometimes you might have to resort to that, but it's always an alternative, because it's always each side is always just a misunderstanding. That's basically all it is. So when you sit down, as I learned over the years, as you sit down and talk to an individual, it always be, well, I thought you were saying this, well, I thought then it was good. There's always a misunderstanding. That's why communication is always the key. It's always a misunderstanding. Once you get and sit down and you're able to think out the situation, just sit down and talk, like, hold up, pull a person to the side and see exactly one-on-one what they're saying. It always, well, I thought you really were saying like this. It's always just a misunderstanding, and it always ego. So pretty much when you pull a person by himself and ain't his homeboys around him, he ain't feeling as strong as he was when he had a bunch of them around anyway. So on a one-on-one basis. So I learned through life, it's always good to think a lot of things out, you know, for the better, you know. But if you have to resort in violence and it's for the sake of, you know, surviving, it's a life-threatening moment, of course you must come out on top.
And even though my life has changed from the fast lane, I reminisce on those I miss, it's too many to name. For those that died in vain, I'm like to myself, God, the blame for y'all not being here, I'm holding back for tears.
See, my thing is with a lot of youngsters, and I've been guilty of it too, is at a young age and as a teenage age, I don't think your mind is fully developed to make decisions as an adult. And without the proper guidance, you're not going to know what's in store for you. So you make bad choices and decisions to be a part of things for the wrong reasons. And I think that's really what happened, you know, to a lot of individuals now. Probably what happened to me when I was younger.
Ghetto, 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 life in the ghetto, 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 brandish in the heavy metal.